Hello everyone, welcome to Byte Academy. Let's wait for a few more minutes so that everyone can join. Yes, today our session will be on development of personal portfolio. So we're gonna use HTML and Bootstrap to develop our personal portfolio web page. Okay, before going to before going ahead, let me introduce you Nestria Discord channel. So Nestria is sister company of Byte Academy, and it is a portal for anyone like or their path to their first technical jobs, from networking to finding jobs and receiving technical and career advice. It starts all with one question. So what's yours? Let's start after the session, or else you can also find the same invitation link in the description. So to the link you can access the Discord. You can come to Nestria Discord. The material belongs to particular session, and also the PPT presentation, the code, everything will be provided in Nestria, so that you can get access to that as well. Let's start our session on development of personal portfolio. So what we'll be learning today. So let's open VS Code and develop personal portfolio website directly. So this is on coding session. So we'll be doing on coding live now. Let's start doing it. So I am using VS Code as an IDE for me to develop the personal web page. Okay. So I'm gonna use HTML and CSS for styling my components. Okay. So instead of CSS, I'm just using Bootstrap. Okay. So let's go to the VS Code now. So I am in the VS Code right now. So let us wait for 1 minute so that I can gather all the documents required here. Yes, I have gathered my required static files. So these are 4 images I'm gonna use in my HTML. For now, I'm gonna create HTML page. So the extension .html gives us a HTML page. Now this is the HTML page. Now I can start developing my personal portfolio. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up my boilerplate code. So this is my boilerplate code which defines this is HTML. Now I just wanna change the title to portfolio. Okay. Now let's see how can we link the Bootstrap to the HTML. For that I need to go to Home. And type simply Bootstrap. The first link on the topmost is like getbootstrap.com. We can go into the website, click on read the docs. So this is the documentation of Bootstrap. So we can get the required code for the development of our personal portfolio from this. Okay, so before accessing this Bootstrap features, we need to write something in the head of HTML page. So I'm simply copying the link of CSS properties from the Bootstrap. I need to paste it inside the right. I have pasted it. Now to access some more features like JavaScript, we need to like the pop-up features and something else which we can do with the JavaScript. We have a code here. We can copy that and paste that in the body. Okay. Wrap it so that everything looks good inside a single document. So these are the first steps we need to do to access the Bootstrap functionalities. Okay, good. Now let's start our development. So first of all, I need a navbar over my personal portfolio. So we have lot of features in the Bootstrap. We can access the element type from here. Like you can see navbar. So there will be a lot of different type of navbars available here. Like if the navbar wants to looks like this, you can simply copy the code from here and paste it over there. So from here, I would like to select something like this. This looks a little bit better for me. I can simply copy it. Before pasting it, I want my whole code to be inside every div tag. So I'm pasting all my code inside a div tag here, and each category I want to put in a section. Okay, for that I'm simply using a section tag. So the navbar comes in a section tag. I just write it like navbar. Commenting it, and I want one more section to write introduction, and one more section to develop education, educational requirement, educational details, and one more section for maybe experience or projects. I'm just writing a framework so that I can develop it later. Okay, and like the last footer. So I want my portfolio should look like this format. Okay, now let's start developing the navbar. So I have just copied a code from Bootstrap, right? So I'll be pasting that here simply. Now let us see how our page looks like in the live. I have an extension called live server. I can click directly from here to see the live. So the file will be opening in. Just want to move that to new window. Okay, you can see, right, the thing which I have copied and pasted from Bootstrap. I can see the navbar here. Now I just want to change the details in the navbar. Simply I can do it by giving the details here. I would like to write my personal portfolio. Let's save it and see my personal portfolio. And here the first one is home. We want to write like introduction. And the second one, education. And here I would like to write my let's say projects. And it's right here, experience. We can do it. And this one is disabled. I don't want to add this. I'll just remove it. For now, my personal portfolio navbar looks like this. Now let's see. Fine. Now here it's active, so we'll be able to, we are seeing the thing in dark mode like this here. If I click this based on the thing that will be happened, I just remove the active here. Now everything looks same, right? These are the options, and I want my navbar to look something in different color so that I can add some features to the navbar here. So here, instead of tertiary and LG is for large, and here I want to write like bar. So these are some codes which we can use from the Bootstrap. You can learn it from the documents. So for now, I'm just writing it down. So now I just want to write here sand hyphen already expand is there, so simply we can write light, and I want my background should, instead of background, I want my text should look like the primary. So as I changing these details, you can able to see my navbar changed it to primary color, which is blue by default from the Bootstrap, and the text inside it changed to black. Okay, so my navbar got designed now. I just want to add few more sections for my introduction. So here for my introduction, I just want to write here first the section. Now my section is having some value here. I just create a div and I'm in the class container. So container, the class container by default gives bootstraps features. It will just provide some, like I'll just try to write H2 code here. Hello. Let's see how it looks like. So automatically, if I give container over there, the padding by default, the margins and padding by default set to the center of the screen, so that the text which we write will be reflecting with some margins and padding. Okay. For now, I'm just removing this, and I want to add a feature, one more div, and call it as row, so that I'm able to access a row here by using Bootstrap. So in the row, I want two columns. Let us consider the whole thing as a row. Now I'm going to consider two values and put that in columns, so that here comes my introduction and here comes my profile picture. So let's develop that. Now I just want to create a div again in that. So for this div, I'm going to class name it as column. So in Bootstrap, while using Bootstrap, you can simply add column hyphen. You can give the large, medium, and small values. So I'm gonna give medium value here and 6, so that these are some values. All again, these all are available in the documentation. You can refer that anytime. Okay. So in this column, I'm again creating a div. Now here I would like to write my values. So h1 I will write as hello, comma, one more h1 tag to denote my name, and again h1 tag past name. Okay, let's see how it looks. So here we can able to see all the text which I have written is on the top, right? But it doesn't look much nice. We can simply add some margins or padding, so that that comes to the center of the screen. So for that, we can add something in the div, or you can style it simply the CSS features, like font size, not font size, padding top, padding hyphen top. I want to give like 150 px. Yes, let's see it. So that is in this position. So we'll just give a few more. That works for me. Okay, this is good. And now I just want to increase size of this particular text. So again, I want to style it with font size feature. Yes, let's see it. So hello, my name is Venkat. Now this looks a little bit better for me. Now let's try to add the second column. So in the first div, there is a first column. Now this whole thing comes under one column. Now I would like to create one more div here, so that I can create a second column. So here, class column hyphen. I would like to give same as this empty hyphen 6. So this is the features I'm giving here. Now in this div, I just want to bring an image tag, use image tag. From the static, I would like to bring this particular static item, and instead of in the alt, I can simply write profile picture. So here, instead of this profile dot page, this is the image which I am uploading here. Instead of that, you can upload your own image. Okay, now let's see. And I would like to give this image a class, so that you can see it, right? The image is too lengthy and too long. It's over the whole page. But now I am giving some class to that, stating hyphen fluid hyphen rounded circle. Let's see how it looks. Yes, this looks fine for me, and I would like to give some padding over the top. So it's simply write, okay, this looks good. So this is how I kept my name and profile picture over here in my web page. Now I would like to add few more sections here. For education, I would like to use some basic cards. Okay, so let's see what's cards in the Bootstrap. So there will be card feature here component in the components. So I'm gonna use a simple card type like this. Okay, I just copy it. Now here in the second section, in the place of education, I want to create one more div here and give it a class container so that everything comes in the center. Now in the div, I would like to write here h1 tag saying education so that it represents an education. So we have a class called title. Before giving that to this, I'll just write it class here and see how it looks like. And now in the div, I will just write one more div here. This whole div belongs to this thing, and below that, I will just create a div. So in this div, I would like to write the card. I just want to create a card here. So before that, I want my cards to represent in the form of a row and column, the same thing. So here I just want to consider this column, this div as a row here. So in the row, I can pass some features like margin X auto 0.5. So these are the features which I am passing to this class. Now inside the div, I just want to copy and paste the card here. So this is the card I have used, pasted here. This looks like this. Okay, we're just gonna modify some details from here. I'm just gonna remove these two links. Okay, and for this div card, we're just gonna keep some values like column hyphen m hyphen 3. This is mx auto. It means the margin x auto, and then text background I want text pg to be primary, and the same way the class inside that I would like to write few details. You can see the card looks like this now. I want to create 3 classes there so the whole cards I want to place 3 cards here. So just copy it, paste it, paste it. Now let's see the page. So we can able to see the 3 pages, right? So for the education, I would like to bring that to the center. So this div container, I just want to add something like container py hyphen 3 its center, so that my education comes in the middle, and I can modify these details. Instead of card title, I can simply write SSC, that is my SSC education details, and here I can write subtitle. Instead of subtitle, I can pass year like 2012 to 2013 sample data, and in the card text I can write something like which gives 50 text, some text. Okay, so this is about my education details. If at all I want to change the width of columns, then I can simply pass something like here margins. I can reduce it based on our requirement. The width here is 18 rem. I can simply do the 12 rem. 12 rem is 2, 40. So this looks like, this looks a little bit better. 50, 50. Yes, now the education and this looks good. So similarly, we can develop much more like experience and footer using different things from Bootstrap. Let's try one more thing like carousel. So here carousel means we can get something like this. Okay, I would like to add this to my HTML page and my portfolio. I can simply copy it and paste it in my section, experience section. But before doing that, I just want to create a div so that I can name it as per my requirements. Now inside the div, I'll just paste the. So now let's see how it looks in the web page. So there is no image or anything inside this, so that's the reason we are not able to see that. We just write something each carousel item. Okay, so here I would like to add cards instead of this images. Okay, so we know how to use cards there. So I can create a section here, section. I can name it as class and card. For now, I'm just giving it as a card. Now let's write here something like Stack project page 4 page 5. Okay. Let's see this how it looks. So it's looking like this, but instead of this I'll simply do something like so here you can simply add break. Yeah, just want to look it, make it look a little bit better. So taking the text here. So breaking it. So I use break statements to break the text. Now let's see how it looks. So this is looking like this. Now I want to bring all together the center and provide some margins top and bottom over it. Okay, for that I can simply do something like inside the section. Here this div is giving something. So in the similar way, I just want to add like this here in this section also. Instead of education, I write projects. So here I'm differentiating this and this with projects here. So I just copy the same section over here to the 3 items. So that may be repeating, but we can do anything we want. We can write our details in that. For now, I'm just putting it like this. You can see the feature and working here. We just need to give some properties now so that that looks a little bit good. Okay, So for the container, so this section I'm gonna name it as we'll do it naming later. So just give it ID as projects, okay, class as py hyphen but it means I'm giving some padding on the y-axis, okay, and same thing I'll do with container fluid, which is having holding the text here. So here I'll write it as, instead of py3 text center, I will choose container fluid, so that point hyphen 5 and py hyphen 5 gives some margin. And for the project, I'll just write class text center. Okay, now it looks like this. So it is having some margin over the education and below the projects. Now let's arrange this full stack arousal in a proper way. Okay, for that I can use something like class center, the whole thing in the center, right? So for that purpose, I can use the whole section, card section. Here I would like to apply text hyphen center. So the whole section will come in the text center, and text. So inside the class itself, I need to write text hyphen bg hyphen primary. So now this looks like this. So instead of primary, I just want to change something. So now this is looking like this. So this should happen for all three cards. So I'm just copying it, pasting inside here, so that every card looks same. Now we can just move it, so every card is looking same, right? So it is having some process. So instead of projects, I have given all the carousel same details, but instead you can provide your projects here. So in the similar way, you can develop some more sections by adding your experience, adding your projects, and adding your like extracurricular activities and everything by developing using this bootstrap and everything. Okay, you have seen how to use bootstrap, right? So there are a lot of things which you can which are available in bootstrap, the features. So here in the carousel, this is one type, and there are a lot of types, like showing some icons here. You can click on here and you can simply go to the third slide, like that. You can use cards. There are different type of cards. You can copy the already available code and paste it in your portfolio. So there is a portfolio which I have already developed. Like to so this is a portfolio which I have developed. Okay. So here I have used the same techniques. So here I have changed some colors so that it looks a little bit different for every time. Okay. And in the contact info, I have used some details here, and I have used cards again. I have used some images from static folder and developed this portfolio. Okay, now I think you have a better idea how to develop your portfolio. Okay. So I hope you understood this session, how to develop, how to use Bootstrap in the HTML, and how to develop your portfolio using HTML and Bootstrap, right? These materials will be available in the Nestria in it. So the Nestria link is available in the description. You can simply click on that. You will be redirected to our Discord channel. So you will be redirecting here. From here, you can simply access the channels and roles. There are a lot of channels available here. In that, if you are interested in Python, click on it. Then all the available courses from Python will be provided to you. You can simply browse the channels. You can show your interest based on, you can follow the category based on your interest, And I'm gonna share all these materials in the Python launch or else the full stack launch, which is available here in the free courses of Byte Academy as well. Okay, so these materials, the GitHub link and the raw data will be provided here soon. Okay, so thank you so much for joining the session. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you very much.